Hey guys, how you doing? It's the next day after the show. It was definitely well received. It was at some point kind of hard to do a video of it for myself because of the people that are around it, but that's a good thing. So, trying to go get it fired up, and I tried making this video a little while ago, and then the landscaper showed up next door and making a ton of racket, and I wanted you to be able to hear my ton of racket. So what we got going on is the cover's off of it. I cranked it. I was trying to get it so that I would get fuel up into the float bowl, and that was not happening. So and of course I ran the battery down so the charger's back on it. Pull the plugs out of it so it could spin easier. And basically what I found was the way this system works, it's a pressurized fuel tank. It's got two lines, one to the tank and one back. It uses pressurized air to pressurize the tank, and then it forces fuel back. And what happened was, I think the oil kind of settled in the gas and went to the bottom, and it kind of filled up the line with a oily, crappy ass kind of mix. So I did is I took the air gun and I physically shot air into the tank, and then I stuck a screwdriver in there in the other valve to get it to shoot fuel, straight fuel out. It is the old fuel. I have to pull the carbs on this anyway because I was having a problem with it. When you would shut it off, it would kind of like flood over into the cylinders. So the carbs got to come apart anyway and be clean. So I figure I just kind of fire it up on this fuel, see if it'll fire up on this fuel, and then we'll kind of move on from there. And so hopefully I can plug that in, maybe chooch a little fuel out of there. We got a fresh thing of water hooked up to it at the moment. Let's see if we can. All right. Let's get it. Push a little bit more of that through. All right. So I can go put that on, and we'll see if it takes fuel now. It ain't the cleanest looking, is it? But see if that's enough to go get her to fire up. So I'm going to pop you on the stand. I'm going to put the two plugs back in it now that there's fuel going to the carbs, and we'll see if she'll take off with it. We're not going. Come on. Bear with me. There you go, now you're started. Alright. So, I'm going to go put the plugs back in it. I do think I fogged it too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they look like they're kind of wet. So I do believe I fogged it. It should probably punch out a bunch of smoke. Fuel don't smell all that good. Again, I think it's 6 or 7 years old, so. It's allowed. All right, I think we're all hooked up. We're dripping fuel. We're dripping fuel out of the carburetor, so let's go fire it up anyway, though. Actually, if that's the case, I should probably disconnect that fuel line. It's dripping out the intake. So it'll run on what's in the carb here. pumping water. We'll give her a little bit more fuel, see what we get. That might have even cleaned out. See what happens. Turning the wrong one. That back where it was. I lost the battery. Yeah. Up the mixture a little bit. The mixtures are right on the outside of the motor. See them right there? I just went real rich on the top one because that fuel's so shitty it probably needs more. Pumping water out, that's a good sign. See where it was leaking fuel right down in there when I first tried. It was dumping right out the bottom, right out of the bottom of the intake. Didn't like that. I did it. Yeah, they gotta come apart and get clean. Liking that fuel. We'll bring it down to an idle. Oh, it's all the way down. Well, I guess you call that a cold start, but I definitely need to go and change out that fuel and clean that carburetor. But I seem to remember it running really nice. It just kind of purred like a kitten. So I think once we get that squared away, we'll be doing good. The only reason why I didn't change it out is can you imagine trying to get that gas tank out of there? So I gotta try draining it right where it is because it's next to impossible without removing the battery to get that gas tank out of there. So, all right guys, thanks for watching and commenting and, you know, take care.